Oh, I'll go live.
I guess it's live. Do you want to check like YouTube to see if we're on?
Oh, it says it's on.
It is? Did you
It
get like a
says it's on.
notification?
Yeah,
Let
up
me
at the
see.
top it says "in broadcast." So
Oh
so
yeah.
we're on.
This title is so misleading.
What's your title say?
I'm gonna change the title.
Oh yeah. You're right.
What should I type? Chat.
What about the know your why?
Know your why? How about know your local role?
Well, because you can't say like know your place, because it's like who are we to say whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like I think it's kind of like,
let's just talk.
All right, we're just gonna talk.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm trying to get to the. Geez, I haven't gone live on this thing in so long. I totally forgot how to do it.
Chat with the peoples.
Yeah, where the fuck is it?
Random live show.
Reels. Oh, there it is.
Thursday.
All right, I'm gonna go.
I mean, I can probably change the title later.
All right, hold on.
We're on.
Are we on?
Save changes. All right,
All right.
on. YouTube, if you're here.
I'm going live right now. Oh, we already got one person watching, or is that you?
Do we? Oh, is that me? Yeah, it might be me.
I don't know.
Oh, look, I see you. Wait, are you talking? You're on live. I see you.
Well, yeah, there's that delay. Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah.
Hey.
There you are. I see you right there.
Hi. Oh, wait.
Oh, my. Okay, so we got some people.
I need to go.
All right. So,
live.
What's up, everybody? Look at me with my headphones on and stuff.
It's weird because I can hear you late.
Hey, I know there's a delay on there.
Hey,
there's a delay.
Instagram.
What's up, you guys? I'm gonna pull away from the microphone real fast. I'll just talk on it. So you're irritating me right now. You're irritating me right now.
Stop talking to me. Hey, gang, in the office, the podcast studio, and we're gonna do something a little. Bill and I are jumping. We're right now on our get with the. And we don't even know what we're gonna talk about. Live. If you guys go setup, see it right there. We're trying a new platform for the Get with the Programming. Go to our podcast, Get with the Programming podcast on YouTube. Want to check it out? And we're gonna have a conversation, chit chat. We have some ideas to talk about. Right now. We have a little discussion. But join the conversation. We'll follow the chatter. We'll respond to you guys. So we'd love for you guys to hang out. If you go to our YouTube channel, testing out a new YouTube live because find out where we are. If not Monday. Are you done? Get with _ programming podcasts on YouTube live or on YouTube. Go to YouTube. Get with the programming podcast. We'll be there live. Talk about terrible judging standards. Check us out. Join in the conversation. Get on YouTube and ask us about answering that question here. I think it'll be cool. Me and Chase are hanging out right now. All right. I'll see you guys right there. You can on the tubes later. There. No, what the heck? Trying to get you on there. There it is in the computer. See him down there? Are you done? Anyways, come and join us, you guys. We'd love to have you jump in the chat. Oh, I should probably get on our actual live. What up? What up, Captain Kate? Your mic is off. Did you turn your mic off? No. Oh, I didn't get to my microphone. Okay. Hey, 8 followers that are active. Oh, wait, live. I should probably turn on the live thing first. Dude, I thought it was. Sorry, YouTube. What's that? Okay. Yeah, all right. Hey, we should be on there. So you guys check it out. Yeah. Okay. Soccer mom. Soccer mom. How do I watch one and the comments at the same time? You gotta close down. Oh, you gotta go over to where it says comments. All right. Where? There it is, right there. Where? Post comment. Hi. Oh, sweet. Okay. Hey, we are going on YouTube right now. So go to Get With the Programming podcast on YouTube. Bring all your questions and queries and anything else and join us. Oh, did you just type hi? Yeah, I typed hi. Okay. We can actually pull in your comments and put it on the live stream as we do this. So YouTube channel. Go to YouTube. We're getting on right now. Talk about whatever we want. The live show. And mix it up with you guys.
You want to check
See you guys there.
We're testing out the new process, testing out the new setup, and then we're going to talk. All right? So come on in. YouTube, go there. Get with _ the programming podcast, YouTube.
All right.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go there. I'll see you guys on
should post in the comments that or when we save this video, it's like just scroll to the 6-minute mark because we went on YouTube Live way too soon.
We're learning it. We're learning it. We're learning it.
Picture in a picture. What is this layout I can do?
So those of you guys that are in here right now, please bear with us as we're playing with this stuff and learning it.
All right. What's up, dude?
What's up, man? So are you gonna do this,
or are we just gonna do this on YouTube?
Let's just do it on YouTube. But hey, we gotta have like, where's our theme song and our music and the?
Oh, okay.
Let's give these people what they want.
Do you want a Programmatron intro, or do you want like a regular intro?
You know what? We probably should make it a regular one.
Okay.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Welcome back to Get With The Programming. I'm Chase Ingraham.
I'm Captain America.
And along with me, I can't point, is Bill Grundler. If you look at our background, we have our little Programmatron logo. It has Captain America's body with my head and Wolverine's body with Bill's head.
Yeah.
Which was a total accident, by the way.
That's super cool.
But we want to just hop on YouTube for some funsies today on a random Thursday. We're working on some new recording things and how to get started, and we want to start doing some of our podcast live. So this is our trial and run error with our peeps. And so we had some things, I don't know, we were talking about some random things earlier before we hopped on, but then we wanted to field questions. Look at this. Look what I can do here. Question.
Ooh,
look at that. You asked us a question. I'm going to put you right there on the screen. How about
Patrick? Up. Take some of that.
Huh? I can take it off too. This is awesome.
I like this setup.
And no repped. Let's see. What did you say? And no repped massively in the open.
I didn't see the first part. I didn't see the first part of the question.
Let's pull up the first part of Patrick's question.
Well, because I think there was something before that, but I don't know what.
It was during our Instagram live.
Got it.
Judging question.
Well, hold on. Before we get to this part, let's kind of talk about what we were going to talk about. Like a little setup, and then we can use it, because I think that this is a good setup. This is a good question for some of the things we were talking about. We know the games, we know the semifinals, we know the quarterfinals, we know the open, we understand the whys about that. We talk about the programming for that and everything. And we talk about, is it a good test to get everyone to the games? Because we know what the test and the why of the games is all about. We talked and analyzed the Rogue Invitational last week. And I think that it actually brought up something that is worth talking about, which is what was the purpose of the Rogue Invitational? And if you go to that, what are the purposes of all of the competitions that we're looking at? And that goes all the way down to little local competitions. Like, what is the purpose of what you're trying to do?
Local.
I'm talking like at all levels. At all levels. It could be
local.
Yeah, it could be like in your own gym, Friday Night Lights. Hey, just get everyone together. It can be hey, here's a nice little competition that we throw down. And, whatever. On the weekend, it could be, this is kind of a one that we've grown for a handful of years, all the way up to something that looks like Wadapalooza that's been around for 10 years, has grown from an in-house to a massive festival setup.
Right.
We talk about programming all the time. We analyze programming all the time. And as we analyze that, we analyze it for, is that getting you to your particular objective, whatever that objective might be. We know that for all the open, the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and the games is all to find the fittest athlete. And so those tests have to be appropriate. One, to get people there, to get to the right, segment, to get the right people. So you have the fittest field. And so those games have to be appropriate. One, to get. Whoa, I just heard myself.
Yeah, that's my bad. I totally pulled up our YouTube channel.
But what would a regular competition at your local area be like? Do you need to have a Wodapalooza-like style competition where you have multiple events over multiple days? Is that appropriate to do? Is it the right thing to do? Like, what's the purpose of doing something like that?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think?
I mean, it depends on what your end goal is. Like, do you just want, so I do an event in Texas or Dallas. It started off as a team event last year, or this year, I guess. This year, man, this year's flying by.
Totally.
This year was a Masters competition, but the same brand. And I just wanted to put on a great team event, teams of 4. That was it.
Yeah.
One day, high quality, not too many events, too many people, not too much fanfare. I just wanted to be a great team event because I feel like there's not a good one in Texas.
Yeah.
And so that's what I want to do. I have no ambitions to make it a sanctioned event or a licensed event or anything like that. But some people do take the Legends Masters Championships, which will be in December.
Right.
I think it was less than 6 years ago. It was an in-house gym competition.
Yeah.
And now look where it is. And that's what they wanted to do. And I think Wodapalooza, when they first started, didn't have any aspirations to be as big as they are now, but it just naturally evolved into that. So now that you see these off-season competitions in the space, it's like, I feel like some people want to be like that and they try to be like that too soon.
Oh, dude. Yes, totally. Like, you can't go from, all right, we've had our little in-house to, I don't think you can. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I think that you're doing yourself a disservice, which ends up doing the entire setup of your entire competition a disservice, because now what becomes important is, did we put those athletes through the ringer? Did we test their fitness? And, it's like, bro, you need to cool your jets a little bit. All you just did right now is you worried about how much money you had to spend on renting your equipment, how long, the space that you had to get to do that, the vendors that you needed for all that time, the logistics going from a single one-day deal to a massive event. Like, it needs to build momentum. You can't take a jump like that unless you just want to lose money. And like Soccer Mom said, Granite Games, most of the big ones, they all started as in-house competitions. They all grew. They all grew to something spectacular. And I don't think that a 2-day competition equals spectacular competition.
No.
I think an event that is on time, has great programming, is really fun for the athletes.
Yes. That's the number one priority.
Totally.
If you're doing a local competition, it needs to be fun for the athletes, number one, and the people that are coming to watch, number 2.
Totally. Because if it's not fun, they're not coming back. And you can adding another day doesn't do anything for that. So to me, I honestly believe, unless you have an event that's been going on for 5 years and it's continually grown every single year, then okay. If you want to go to a 2-day thing, cool. And then this is just my personal opinion. I mean, like I said, anyone can do whatever they want. I have just seen so many events die early because they try to flex really hard about, look at these events and look how hard these events are. And it's like, man, do you know the people in your area that this event is even happening?
Yeah. There's
no one that can even snatch that anyway. Why would you program that? Like, what kind of race are you going to have now? What are you going to end up doing now? You just put everyone out on the floor to stand there and look at the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one big guy that's going to come out and clean or snatch that weight. Okay, great. And everyone else is just sitting there, standing there watching. Like, that to me is like, again, you're not programming correctly. or designing correctly, or what are you trying to achieve? Like, what's the why on that?
I think the thing that really screwed that up was when regionals went away. And they're like, okay, well, now we can do these sanctioned events. So everyone was like, well, I'll start an event and make it a sanctioned event. And so like it's like, oh, I've never programmed or ran an event in my life. It's like, we're going to go all in on this 3-day competition and we're going to be the new sanctioned thing in Texas or whatever. And bigger's not better. There's an event in Texas that I don't care for. I think it's too big for what it is. And this thing is like, local competitions need to have a better idea of what their purpose is.
That's the why, right?
Okay, yeah. So there's your why. It's like, you can put on a great event. Like our gym did some paired event up in North Dallas, and it was actually by North Dallas CrossFit. It was like Rumble and North Dallas Rumble or something like that. And it was just one day of pairs, and it was very more on the novice side. And they had so much fun because they weren't trying to be Wadapalooza or the Rogue Invitational or the CrossFit Games. They're like, we're just going to put on a fun event, and so people have fun.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of a local competition. But like these local competitions that try to like get into some de-measuring contest with their programming as if like people that can't finish their event makes them look good.
Right.
And that is the why. That is the not, I said this earlier, it's like, know your role, but like, read the room, right? Read the competitive landscape in your areas. And there's one in Dallas that they had the audacity to do an online qualifier for a local competition that hasn't been widespread local in like 5 years.
Why? What did they think? So, I mean, like, what's the purpose of having an online qualifier? The purpose of having the online qualifier is, okay, you have this large pool that you need to whittle down.
Yeah.
If you have the same number of people that are going to show up at your event that you're trying to whittle down from, what did you just do?
I don't know, but I'm not going to say the event, but if anyone's watching, they know exactly who it is. But they did an online qualifier for an event that they haven't opened to the public in like 5 years. And I was like, I can't wait to see what happens here.
Yeah.
And, they're going to invite a certain number. It's 30 people, men and women, for a 2-day competition. And 9 women signed up for it.
Yeah.
And like 17 or like 28 or 29 men. And I was like, what? That's the problem. Is like, just like, what did you think you were going to do? Like,
right.
I run in one of the best team events in the state of Texas, and I don't have an online qualifier. I open that up and I just hope people sign up for it.
Well, because that's the whole thing. If you don't have people show up, you're not making any money out of that. Like you put on, if you're going to put on an event like that, the idea is you want to at least break even. I mean, you need to be able to make some money to pay your vendors, to pay your rental, to pay your site, whatever, if you're renting the site, whatever that might be.
Yeah.
But you're putting a lot of time and energy into that. And we're kind of past the days now where people want to do that for free.
Right.
I mean, CrossFitters do a lot of stuff for free. CrossFit gym owners do a lot of stuff for free.
We do a lot of stuff for free.
Jeez, oh man.
If you guys are watching, what do you want to see in a local competition? Throw something out there if you guys are watching.
I do. I really honestly, there was a time when what was that one? They would do like these head-to-head competitions, like one-on-one. What was that? Sick Fit was doing it.
Sick Fit. Holy crap.
I go back in time, dude. I go back.
What was it called? I know exactly what you're talking about.
Sam Dancer did a bunch of them.
Yeah, it was like Sam Dancer versus Elijah Muhammad.
Yeah. Anyway, so they would have that kind of thing. And I remember the first time there was an event that was like that. There was a really cool idea. It was a competition. It was in Southern California. They wanted to have this head-to-head setup, and you basically, as a bracket, you had to beat your individual, and then you would move forward. Great idea. Like the thought of it was kind of fun, kind of different.
Yeah.
But they could not have it on time at all. Like they were like 3 hours behind, and it went from a great idea to no one will ever come back. And I mean, and they tried to throw money at it, and you know, the winner's going to get however many thousands of dollars or whatever that setup was.
Yeah.
Any competition, like, okay, obviously programming is going to be important.
Well, yeah.
But if the logistics of the event do not go, no one's going to come back. If you can't run it on time, no one's coming back. So that's the first part of the program that you got to do. It's like, okay, what time frames are we going to look at to do this? Right. Do we need to have 2 days?
So much for the CrossFit Games,
right? Right.
And also to get the timing down, like what's the appropriate time cap or whatever. And it's like, if you don't have that, okay, I got a question for you. And if you guys are listening, chime in. What would make you more mad at a local competition? Bad judging or a screwed up timeline?
Oh, dude, that's an easy one. Well, I don't know. It's not that easy.
Like everything's run like maybe not just a timeline, either inconsistent judging or like a total shit show of like all the back end stuff. Like they're off time. They don't like the heats and
bad judging.
Bad judging is the leader in the clubhouse right now. Bad judging, soccer mom. Bad judging, Connor Penn.
All right, I will admit bad judging will suck really, really, really bad. I get it. Yeah. But when you have to get ready for an event,
like no heat sheets and
then the heats are way off. Oh man, everyone says that. It's funny. It's funny. Everyone says those all the events that people were pissed off at, and there was bad judging too. No one talked about that. They're just like, God, I've been sitting here for 2 hours, and I was supposed to go, and I can't go. Yeah. Like, what are we waiting for here?
True.
I'll also say this: the bad judging that's like right in the forefront because you on an individual level you feel like you got screwed. But in reality, that's an easy fix. Mm-hmm. Just you can slot a new person in there because not every judge is going to be bad. You'll have a bad judge, okay? Like I get it, but like not every judge that's going to be on the floor is going to be bad. That's when you're kind of hoping that you don't get that one judge. But if the whole thing is off time, then everybody gets screwed. It's not one person gets screwed. The entire athlete floor gets screwed.
Did you? Okay, so in your competing days, because I did this, I would just Terminator scan my judge coming up to me on the floor and just know before or after if I was going to be screwed or not.
Yep.
And I usually looked at just what they were wearing. So the worst judge I ever had in competition, this was back in 2013. I'm walking up and he's wearing like running shorts and Vibram 5 fingers. And I was like, I'm so screwed because this person clearly doesn't do hardcore CrossFit. Like this man is clearly a volunteer weekend warrior because he is wearing nothing that anybody in a competitive landscape or normal CrossFit gym would wear. I mean, Vibram is a little bit more popular. I would say like 10 years ago or 8 years ago, but that's what I would be walking up, and then I'm like, yep, this is not going to go well.
Mine was more their attitude when they came up.
Okay.
If they came up to me and they'd be like, all right, don't mess up.
Establish dominance.
I will say this, and I'm not even going to say if it was a he or a she. I had a judge come up to me who was in a class with me. And this person finds, I'm at one of the regionals. Mm-hmm. So this was back in the day. This person comes up and is my judge, and I'm like, oh, hey. And this person, God, I'm almost looking so many times.
I already know.
This person has come up to me comes up and goes, I know we know each other. Don't make me no rep you, because I will.
Wow.
And I was like, That was completely unnecessary. And all it turns into now is you think this is your show.
Yeah.
When that's not what it is. Like, this is not your show.
Yeah.
Your job is to count my reps. Like, relax yourself. Bring it on down a little bit.
I'll be fine. You don't have to worry about me. Okay, is that the most aggressive judge you ever had? Because I have the world's most aggressive judge story.
I would say probably
around a very popular CrossFit.
I would say vocally, yes. The other one was the other one, and this is not to throw Connor under the bus, but Connor Martin. Yeah, I was like, God dang it, dude! Come on! Like, I'm looking right next to the lane right next to me, who was one of my athletes actually, and I'm in the same heat with him. And I'm looking at his pistols, and they are not good pistols. But then all of a sudden, I'm on there, and like Connor is he's level 1 seminar staff, just pulling out the protractor. I'm like, oh, and it was ready and go. Yeah. And there's 1, no rep. 2, no rep. Uh-oh, here we go.
I can see that. So mine centers around Chuck Carswell. So if anybody's watching that knows who Chuck is.
Oh, you said the story. Joanne, that's a crazy story, by the way.
Now, if I appropriately tell the story, I'm going to have to curse. So for those of you watching, this is your red band trailer warning that I'm about to say some words that were said to me on the CrossFit Games floor. So it's 2010 and we're about to do Super Helen. And I've never met Chuck before. And if you don't know Chuck Carswell, like Chuck is he is one of the most charismatic, like infectious, like drawn to figures you'll ever meet. Like he's just this beautiful, muscular black man who carries himself like Denzel Washington.
He's a massive person. He's a massive persona.
A personality, great human being. And I'm walking up. This is the track at the 2010 games. We're about to do Super Helen. And I'm just happy to be there. So I come running up. Funny story. I'm wearing running shorts.
In 5 fingers.
I'm wearing running shorts and Innovates that we got for free that I had never run in my life. And we roll up and he goes, yeah, I put my hand. I was like, hi, I'm Chase Ingraham. He goes, my name's Chuck. If you don't try to fuck me, I won't try to fuck you. And I was like, oh my God.
I'd been like, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Like completely scared the ever living piss out of me. And then so Super Helen, it was running, kettlebell swings, and pull-ups. And he sat there with a
that's why he does this.
With his clipboard to see if I was getting past vertical. Just nobody else got that. Just me. It was the most intimidating thing I've ever been a part of in CrossFit.
Oh man.
Chuck Carswell.
So crazy.
Bad judging. What did it say? Joan, what'd you say? Getting judged by my gym rival. Ooh. Who admitted afterwards to no repping good reps, so I wouldn't beat her. Wow.
I'm surprised you guys even had like verbal words after that. There would have been like, that's fisticuffs right there.
Man.
That's like, really? You're going to admit
that have nearly come to blows on the competition floor or after?
Yeah.
I've never been that heated with anyone personally.
California's had some good one of those. Like
California has some good ones.
Back in the day, like
that was with judges though.
Totally. Totally. I mean, there's one of the Ryan Fisher. Well, there's that one. Yeah, the bouncing of the. Well, so the other one. Okay, so Ryan's was his was at regionals, and this was the deadlift box jump workout. And he's probably one of the best deadlifters in Southern California. Like the dude is just, I mean, super fast, super short, stocky,
tiny,
and just beastly strong. And he is flying on this. Well, the judge that he had said that he was bouncing. This was kind of like the invent of the bouncing the bar on the deadlifts.
Yes.
And the thing is that there's a way so if you're going to bounce the bar off the ground to where, and at least is for what I would consider cheating the system, is as you start to bend over, you bend your arms to load up the bar and you punch the bar into the ground to get the rebound off the ground.
Oh,
he wasn't doing that. He was going very fast and basically dropping his body down. So there was the rebound off of it that way, which I'll tell you right now, all athletes do that. There's always going to be an element of bounce. Sure. The way that they would standard that was if your arms bend at all, then if there was that, well, it's a little bit of that. So the judge
recoil.
I mean, granted, just like yourself and myself, like we will ride that line as tight as we can get to it. Sometimes we step over it where we get the no rep, and then we realize how far back with that particular judge we have to work with. And he got a no rep, got a no rep, got a no rep. He's still going, doing what he's doing. And he's like, what is wrong? And it keeps on going, drops the bar. And he's like, this is his one event that he is going to win. And I don't remember what he finished that year overall. Maybe it was 5th. That may have kept him out of making it to the games. But he was rapid fire. He was pissed. And so he's so fired up. He's like, I'm going to fucking kill you to the judge. Well, that was not something that you want to do, you know.
Especially when Dave Castro was in attendance.
Oh, yeah. It was heated. It was heated.
YouTube, isn't it? Like, you guys can search
I'm sure you can still find that. Yeah. I mean, I'll say it's like, you know, Ryan's he's a fierce competitor. That's where all that stuff came from. It's not like he's a screw all judges kind of a thing or anything like that. I mean, so it's nothing like that. It was in the heat of battle for sure. But there was that one. The other big one was one at the old OC Throwdowns back in the day. And
local competitions that were absolute shit shows.
Oh my God. Well, especially this one. This is when it was just starting to grow. So I think like they had it where it's like, you know, under the lights and like in this big hangar, and it was just, I mean, it was very Fight Clubby. And so I think you could probably still see the videos of this one too. So there was an athlete back then. He was known as Ronnie Teasdale. Currently, he's known as Raw of Earth. He's a different cat, man. He's a different cat. And there's a thing where he is going through, I think it was clean and jerks or whatever it was. And I watched the video a bunch of times. They talk about how he threw the bar at his judge because they no-repped him. And again, like I've seen the video. I don't think it looks like he's throwing the barbell at the judge. The bar kind of goes in that direction and kind of bounces, but it's not like the judge had to like scramble for her life or anything like that out of the way of this flying barbell. But I mean, there's like that kind of stuff where people are getting pissed and they're heated and things start to happen, and it can get nutty, man. It can get nutty.
I mean, I get heated in the act of sports.
Dude, I've yelled at my own people that have no-rep me before.
Yeah, I've yelled at people. God, this makes me sound like such an asshole. Maybe I am. Like my best friends in the open, because in the open, like I'm, you know, I've trained hard and I want to do well, and I don't want anything else to derail that. And so, like, hey, how do you want to count? I was like, honestly, if you just count out every rep, if it's like a high volume thing, I actually like hearing every rep except double unders. Just shut your mouth on double unders. And when I think I'm done, I'll look to you and you let me know if I got the number that I thought I got. But like wall balls or burpees or something like that. And I was in the middle of this workout and I was just dying, and they just stopped counting out loud. And I just lost it. I was like, will you fuck? And they're sitting there like helping me. And the worst one, the one where I legitimately got angry was he was my buddy, but this was in the gym for nothing other than my ego. We're doing grace, and I'd always wanted to do grace unbroken, and I was going to do it. I like, this is the day, so I'm going, and he's counting, and I'm just casually listening to him. And, he's counting up 21, 22, 23, 24. And then he gets to 25. He goes, 5. No, sorry. He goes 5. I was like, 5. And then I do another one. I hear 4. And I'm like, did you just switch your counting style in the middle of it? And
He's
so
giving you the countdown, dude.
What I think is rep 30, because he said 1.
Oh,
And I dropped the bar. He goes, no, 1 more. And I'm like, what the are you serious? So the only time I try to do grace unbroken, I did 29 and 1 because my buddy, we joke about this now, in the middle of it, decided to switch the way he counted. And not like 5 more. It's just like 5. And I was like, 5. I just did 25. What are we doing here?
Yeah, at least say 25.
Last
All right,
one.
5 more to go.
Yeah, 5 more, or just
4 to
1.
go.
Like, is that 1 left, or is this my last one?
I'll admit, I usually, if I'm counting someone, I will say to go. I'll add that on there because it's too easy to all of a sudden 1. All right, I did the 1. No.
I'll do that.
1 more after that. Yeah.
I think I say, what do I say? Oh, I say 3 more. 2 left. Last one.
Yeah.
Like, this is weird thing when I'm counting for people when I do that. Just like, you're almost home. But yeah, that was bad. I mean, I've had my moments.
Everybody has.
That's in CrossFit. Like, you get me on a flag football field or a basketball court, it drives my wife crazy. I talk so much shit. I really do. And I like it when people talk it back. And my whole goal is to just get everyone so freaking flustered that they just lose their whole focus is now me.
Yeah.
Instead of the game. Like when I played water polo, this is the best. Just I would talk so much shit that my dad, Mr. Football, like Alpha, told me to tone it down in the middle of a game. It's like during a timeout, and he has this whistle. Like, I can't do it. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's the dad whistle. I got it.
The dad whistle, right? He just, I mean, the loudest whistle you ever heard. So I know, right? I'm like a dog. And he goes, tone it down. It's like, sorry.
Got it.
I was like, that's really weird to hear you say that, Dad. It must be pretty bad. I should probably reel it in.
But the hard thing is with all those judges, especially at those local competitions or the local events or whatever, like they're just volunteer people. Like they are. I think generally speaking, they want to do a good job. The problem is that when they generally want to do a good job and then they overjudge or they over try to correct or nitpick or whatever. And it's like, I just,
ooh, I want to know judging pet peeves. Does anybody have any pet peeves out there?
Oh God, I got a lot of those.
I'll be curious to see what they are.
A
judging pet peeve. Mine is the silent judge.
Oh yeah, I hate that. Hate it. And I hate it. It should be that they have to count. I think it should be that they have to count.
Right.
Because if they say, and this is what they say, like in many of the competition standards is you're responsible for your own reps.
Yes.
Well, if I'm responsible for my own reps, then I already counted to 10. So get out of my way. No, you haven't done all of them. Yeah, I have. You're not counting my reps. I'm counting my reps.
Mm-hmm.
If they are responsible for letting us know how many reps we've had, then say it out loud. Because I shouldn't have to, in the middle of my race, say, Hey, so what number was that? What number am I on? How many more do I have?
Yeah.
What was that? If I have to have a discussion with my judge about that, then they weren't counting and we aren't in the lane anymore. We're not in the same lane anymore. It should be, they should have to count. I mean, or it should be, all right, either everyone has a particular way of counting, like you'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, if like double unders, like you got to hold up your hand for here's 10, 20, 30, 40, whatever you're going up, not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up, no, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What number are we on? I don't even know anymore. Was that 78 or am I at 84? I have no idea what's happening.
Mine's the silent one.
It's the worst.
Like if we were at regionals and we're doing a team and it was the thruster rope climb team workout from like 2014.
Yeah.
And we had like 50 of them and we're hauling and our judge, like, I don't know if we got no rep. I don't know if we got a good rep. I don't know anything. And I try to ask him when on my breaks, no feedback. And then finally I just started getting like really frustrated. Let's see. What did John say? The silent judge, right? The silent judge is probably the worst one.
Because you don't know.
In my opinion.
Well, it's just that you don't know. Well, the worst one is a bad judge. The worst one is the one that comes out and is like okay, you're at a local. Okay, I would take a silent judge over this judge right here, where you're at a local competition.
Mm-hmm.
You got the judge that comes out that's like, I am the mega judge.
Oh,
and they're like this, top of the rep, bottom of the rep, top of the rep, bottom of the rep. And they're looking and they're doing this like dive bomb thing. And it's like, dude, you're not on Instagram games clip with Sean Woodland's voice in the background talking about whatever.
The overjudge.
Dude, mellow yourself out. You got a long day today.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like top, bottom, and top and bottom, and nope, and full extension. And I mean, even if it's like, I think that's hysterical that Chuck had the clipboard and was looking to see if your hips were all the way open,
dude.
Because if
I had the kettlebell,
see, like that, like even that, I personally, I think that shouldn't be allowed because that same standard isn't being held to everyone else. If everyone's going to have a protractor, then everybody needs a protractor. Otherwise, I mean, like, I know that there's always going to be a level of subjectivity to the judge. I mean, there always will be, just like in baseball, just like in everything else. And when you have an umpire or a ref or a judge, there is going to be what their eye sees and from what angle or whatever. But like, if you're going to go that route, it's like giving you're a swimmer, you get this. You have one lane has a touchpad, everybody else has hand clickers. Well, that's not fair. If you're going to put a certain standard or a certain level or a certain way to judge that movement, everybody should be doing that. If you're going to have people doing pull-ups, if there's one judge that is standing up on some box to make sure that the chest to bar pull-ups is happening, all of the judges should be up there doing that on every single heat.
Yeah.
Because the angle that you're looking at is going to be different. Because guess what? There are going to be athletes that are going to wear loose-fitting shirts so that the shirt hits the bar. Duh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like it happens. So I'm going to go for the overjudger over the silent judge.
That's a good one. I like that. Let's
and
go
then
on a. Oh wait, did you have one more?
I got one more. My last pet peeve is the head judge judging the judge.
Ooh, head judge judging the judge.
Yep. And the reason I say that is, okay, you're in, and we've had this conversation many times on our show. Is
we have differing opinions on this?
I don't think we do. I don't think we did. So if you are being judged by your judge,
yes,
and they give you a rep, and you're doing your thing, and so you are now moving with within the confines of how your judge. I mean, we do our one thing. We set up there. Oh, what up, Rich? This guy's an athlete of mine, just so you guys know.
Hey.
Mr. Richard Hoare right there.
Up,
just
dude?
got himself a PR 39 years old. 39? 39, I think. No, 39. 10 rep max on a deadlift. That's right. Anyway,
Nice.
So you're moving to what your judge allows you to do. You find out early how deep they need you to go for them to say, okay, whatever. And you're doing your thing. And then all of a sudden the head judge comes over and takes reps that you just were okayed with away because the head judge now says that they aren't okay.
Oh, so he retroactively.
Yes. Yes. I am cool with the head judge coming over here and saying, hey, make sure they get deeper. Okay. But when you retroact, you're like, those didn't count. It's this one. It's honestly, you can go all the way back to 2008, the Matt Mursky deal on that one.
Yeah.
His judge was letting it go. You can't go back with Dave come back saying none of those reps counted.
Right.
Really? Well, the judge said that they counted. Why are you because now the race is over. The judge that's there should be allowed to judge whatever it is that they're doing. If you're the umpire behind the mound calls 3 strikes, even though there's another ump that's back there somewhere that goes, that wasn't a strike at all. I don't know what you're talking about. That judge still counts.
In that scenario, I do agree.
Okay. What were you not going to agree on?
Kind of like the Mike G scenario with Jeff Evans. Where he came up and no repped his
over the top of his current judge?
Well, no, because he actually replaced the judge, or was there with the judge.
I think that's not the same deal.
Yours?
Yeah, that's the same.
I'm
basically
fine with the judge coming in and overruling. I am totally fine with that.
Why have the judge then?
Well, because the judge should be doing his job. But,
right.
You should have someone there to oversee the judges too. That's why I have head judges in my competitions. Like if a judge isn't doing his job and letting things go, the head judge is supposed to go over there and be like, they have to get lower to make these count. He's not going to take them away.
That's totally fine.
I think we're saying the same thing.
Yeah. So I think we are too. The head judge is there to make sure the judges are doing their job.
Photo. I love this little comment thing.
Dude, it's so cool. Look at you on there, Rich. Look at that. Look at that face.
The movements right before the event. Said I should just wait and see if he. Wow. The wait and see judge.
Oh, dude, that one.
Yeah. I have another one for you.
Okay.
It's along with the quiet judge is the paralyzed judge, the deer in headlights judge.
The one that you can do anything and they don't count anything.
Just will not call. They've probably lost count. They forgot what movements we're in. The deer in headlights judge.
Oh man.
Let's go on a positive side. Question for you guys watching. What do you like most about local competitions? Or what would you like to see? I'd be curious. Because we still do events. I want to do another one. I have a format idea. I'd actually like your opinion on this.
All right.
So we do this every year in the gym. It's just like a fun deal. I'm not going to say I made this up, but nothing we really do is made up. They're most like ideas you maybe see from somebody else. Before I get to this, a story yesterday, we programmed this event or this workout yesterday. I think you would like this. It's I might make this a program I'm trying to work out. 5 clean and jerks, 5 burpee pull-ups, 10, 10, 15, 15. The weight was 185, 165, 135, and 135, 115, and 95. I was like, this is okay. This would be cool. Just a good hard burner. And we had this drop-in come in the other day or yesterday. And I was explaining, I was like, look, you got this pull and push overhead with a barbell, and then you have this push and pull overhead with the gymnastics, and this really nice complementary. And I was like, I'm really proud of this one. I like this one. And he goes, yeah, man, this one's awesome. I follow Mayhem, and they just did this yesterday. I'm like, no, they didn't. I'm sorry. I just made this up 3 days ago. Unless somehow in the weird, it's possible, but very not probable. But he was just so pumped. He was super excited to be there.
That's funny. That's awesome. You want to know what I think? I wish.
Oh,
I wish
finish, and then I'll tell you my competition idea. And I'd like everyone's opinion on this idea.
I like the local competitions that I like is when they bring their flavor into it, and it's not the normal setup. Okay. It's not the usual. I mean, even if it's in the gym, something different. Something different.
Okay.
I mean, like, yeah, okay, not gimmicky, but I think that the way something becomes gimmicky is when you're trying really hard to. There's this one in Southern California called the Frogman. And they had kind of a little series that they would do, and they would do events that was like at the pool. So they would have like a rig set up, they would have all that kind of stuff. You would do pool stuff and then do that. Like, I think to me that is awesome. It's a local competition. You don't have to have like massive weights. It's like understanding that you're not necessarily, and you might have some games athletes there or some high level athletes there, but like challenges everyone, but allows everyone to compete.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and some fun, exciting stuff. It's just, if you're doing the same stuff,
yeah,
why pay to go? Like, to me, it's like, just have some fun.
Yeah. I'll do one. So when we did our team one, like, one of my biggest pet peeves of local competitions is making the floater event something that's absolutely horrendous. And it usually involves like an assault bike.
Yeah.
And a sled. They're like, oh, floater event, 60 seconds on the assault bike, followed by 60 seconds of burpees, and then add them together. I'm like, that's no fun. Why do I want to do that on my own time? You're not even like putting this in the actual event. And so what we did is I rented a 100-foot inflatable obstacle bounce house.
That's pretty cool.
And it was just total team time of all 4 athletes.
That's awesome.
And it was, dude, he like jumped through holes and ran through pylons and scaled this little rock slide, and then
did they get to mess with it beforehand?
Nope.
Oh, that's good.
You could see it. You like, it's like made for kids. It was 100 feet long.
Yeah.
This thing was huge. It was so effing big that it would shut the power off in our gym every 2 hours.
Because of the blower?
Yeah. It had 6. It had 6 blowers attached to them. We had extension cords in every outlet in my gym. It was very sketchy. Like,
one of those Texas like blackouts.
Very Texas, yes, very Texas. And it was awesome. It was so fun because look, it's like, hey, this is a test of fun, right? It's a floater workout. We're not crowning the fittest local team in Texas. We're just, we're having a good, and but my competition idea. Oh, let's hear people's. I like throwing down with people outside my gym. Yes, and I liken that to like scrimmaging, like in any sports game, and then playing another team. Like, listen, I'm tired of beating up on each other every day at 4:30. Let's go kick that guy's ass from across the town. Joanne, I love different formats in local events. So teams of 3 or 1. Yeah. You have an opportunity to do like unique things. So with that being said, I have a unique competition.
Give it.
And we do it every New Year's Eve, which is start with a bunch of friends, and it's gotten a little bigger. We haven't brought it outside the gym yet. It's called CrossFit Jeopardy. And so I have 4 formats, and we got about, 5 minutes. So I'll try to be quick. 4 categories with 100, 200, 300, 400 points available. Teams of 4, and it's weightlifting, gymnastics, monostructural, and the girls. And you pick a category. So we say we have 10 teams. We figure out, we do one little like buy-in, and whoever wins the buy-in gets to pick first, like Jeopardy. Okay. And they'll say weightlifting for 300. And the way the categories work is that the higher the number, the harder the workout is.
Oh, you have to do a workout.
You have to do a workout.
Ah.
They know what it is. They don't know what it is. And the trick is that you can only pick 3 people to do the test. And you have to choose who doesn't do it before you see what the workout is. And then you have to take off a new person every other one. So it's like, hey, weightlifting 400. And I'm like, Bill, I'm out. I will not help this team no matter what it is. Right. So I bow out, but say we didn't win. And then the next team picks the girls, and it's
Karen.
or what? Yeah, Karen, right? Where I would have been the best one, or and then like I'm not be able to get you. So it's
That's
4
pretty cool.
categories, 100, 200, 300, 400. The team that wins the event gets to choose the next category. So you could be like, okay, we're gonna run the table with the 100s because it's the easiest one. But if you pick the wrong person off, that it could be like their wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Like I bow out for the weightlifting one for the example that I was using, and it was like a 10 rep max overhead squat. I'm like, well, shit. I would have been good at this one, and now I can't get used for the next workout because I was the one, or so
that would actually, dude, that would be a really fun local competition.
All the tests are very simple. So say like a gymnastics one, it's like, okay, it's 5 minutes max toes to bar. That's your 100 category. The 200 category is like chest to bar. The 300 is handstand push-ups, and the 400 is ring muscle ups.
Yeah.
But the big strategy within that is taking one of your teammates off, new every one, and you can't repeat the same person twice. Like you can't just kick your weakest link off every time.
If you pick it, does everybody have to do that event?
Yes.
So like if you pick the 5 minute ring muscle up one.
Yep. All the teams
have to do that one.
All the teams will do 5 minutes of max ring muscle ups, and the team that wins gets the points, and they have control of the board.
So does that category go away at that point?
That 400's gone.
So there are 16 workouts that you have on there.
Yes.
So everyone's going to be doing 16 workouts.
No, because you have to get you get one off every 4. So you're only going to do 12.
So you're only going to do 12 workouts instead of 16.
Workouts, right? Like,
great job.
Right, 5 minutes of toes to bar. You're going to do like 50 toes to bar. Right. And the monostructural one is like a 500-meter row relay.
Okay. Okay.
So max cals.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Right?
I guess
So
it would depend what that looked like. Yeah.
So for example, like a girl workout, like Karen, what is it? It's like, well, with 3 people, it's going to be 300 wall ball shots as a team. And so everyone's going to do maybe 100.
That's really cool.
It's not a workout.
Yeah.
The whole thing is it's like less than the work of Murph at the end of the day. Right?
All right. I think it's cool.
So I call it CrossFit Jeopardy. And I'm thinking about doing something fun. Oh, the Crystal Maze.
What is that?
Joan, where are you from? By the way. Clearly, you're not in the United States. So 4 zones and time to build to an AMRAP. But I think something like that. I want to put that in a more official format.
I think that's a great idea. It would be super fun.
So, but yeah. Let's see. Shauna, would you say local support? I love watching people I know personally compete. We have a great community of support. I miss regionals. True. Me too. Where athletes had their local support, I also promote. Yes.
Man, back in those days, we would see, at least out here, the Invictus Sea of Green, the Brick, like Orange Nation.
Is this a relation to Justin?
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Or do you guys just have the same last name?
Come on, answer. Answer.
But yeah, I think I want to throw out and it won't be huge. I'd be like 10 RX teams. Scotland. What's up?
Should have known with the last name Kelty.
Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Scotland. One of the places that are on my bucket list to go visit.
Oh man, totally.
Ireland is first because I have a family crest there that I actually want to go visit and see like all my roots.
Oh dang.
Yeah, like a whole I got a whole crest and everything from my grandfather's side. 100%. Awesome. Above him, below obviously I'm just like a mixed bag of whatever, but my daughter got red hair for a reason. Yeah, I love the local flavor. Is this smiling face?
Does that mean yes?
You're not going to tell me, are you?
Does that mean yes?
I'm going to Google this. Don't make me Google this. If you are related, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful family. Man.
That's cool.
This was cool. Hey, gang, this was fun. Thank you guys
Yeah.
for jumping on. And we just so the reason why we did this is that we want to start adding a YouTube show weekly. We're testing out a new format. This allows us to. I love that we can pull comments up to the screen. We can change.
It's so good. Yeah.
Questions. Like, this is really fun. If you guys like this format, let us know. We'll try to do this once a week. So, we do an analyzing the programming series, and you want to add some input, and we'll take your questions, and then you guys can add to the show itself. And we want to do this more often to interact more with you guys. And so, yeah, that was cool. That was good. I like that.
Look at that. Yes, I am the #1 fan of the fittest on earth.
Dang.
Very cool.
Dang. Gosh. I'll tell you what, Justin is a phenomenal champion.
Dude, he's so fun right now.
He's so different. Like, that dude is a monster competitor.
Yeah.
But he's also just like,
very real.
People's champ gets thrown around a lot. I think too much. But when you look at kind of the way Justin, he has a very Brett Favre-ish competition feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just a kid out there mixing it up, having a blast, is very aware of his impact on the sport, but also very aware of the seriousness of the sport. And I don't mean that in too serious. Like, he's
I'm not. I actually don't necessarily like the phrasing, like the people's champ kind of a thing. But I think if you look at the champs that we've had, like iconically speaking, you look at Rich. Like, Rich just seemed so far away from everybody. Like, it was he just seemed like he was in like another stratosphere somewhere. And then Matt was so uber focused that it was almost like you couldn't get that close, I guess, to that Terminator of a robot. But Justin, as good as he is, as badass as he is, he seems so real and relatable that you ride the ride with him. Like, you can't ride the ride with Matt. Like, he just seems like he's way. Oh, mom.
Hey, you being all
dang.
Come on.
That's cool. Man. You got a great kid. He just seems so real, so personal that, like, you are on the ride with him, which is just, that's what's even, I mean, in the interviews, everything, you just feel like you're right there next to him. Like, he's answering the question and looking and going like, right? Am I right? Right?
Yeah. Like, no, I don't know. I don't know what it's like to be that fit. I'm sorry. I can't relate. I can relate. Your
super cool.
But,
yeah.
And the coolest part I love about Justin, and Rich had this a lot, and Matt has this too, and like all these champions do, is like support system. But I haven't seen a support system like Justin has, like mom, and dad, and siblings. And so it's been like, they were all in Austin, like all of them.
Yeah.
Just screaming their heads off. It was super cool. So
that's,
I think he's a really fun champion. I'm super excited to see where he goes, especially what he did with Rogue.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I was like,
I'm telling you,
if you're not careful, you're going to be really good. Like, I don't want to.
Well, we said it. We said it, man.
And up too soon, but
I will, because there's no reason that he should be looking better at the Rogue Invitational than at the games. Like, he's not even in season right now.
He's not even in peak.
Oh, like, not even. No.
Athletic season. And I mean, like, Rich and Matt were their best in their mid to late 20s.
Yeah.
Justin is 22.
Yeah. Oh, man. You know what? I think if these people want to actually be good athletes, this is what they got to do. They got to volunteer, just like Noah. Just like Jeff Adler. Just like Justin.
Have you seen this? Okay, so the Noel Olson story where he met Dave Castro as a volunteer, said he'd make CrossFit Games. Jeffrey Adler, the Canadian version of the same story.
Totally.
We would see him in Dubai as a volunteer, and now look at him. And then Justin, like, same story. You read right there on the front part of your screen. So listen, if you guys are new CrossFitters or aspiring athletes, go volunteer. Track down Dave Castro. Tell him you want to be the next Justin Medeiros.
In 3 years, you'll be at the games.
Maybe it'll be the case. That's awesome. Well, Mom, you should be super proud. You have a wonderful son. Absolutely.
Oh, that's super cool. Super cool.
All right, gang. Well, hey, we wanted to jump on here, test this out. Thank you guys for joining us. Bill, you have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too, man.
Perhaps next week we will do our first live recording of one of our episodes. And as we close it out, we'll close it out like we do every podcast, and that's with this. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Later, everybody.